Ladies and gentlemen, as we unveil this episode 6 of the Chaotic Church, as we dive into this very existence of this episode, truth outweighs toxicity. And let me remind you, there are some toxic individuals out here that we are not even about to name nor address. But if they're listening, they know this is about them. So please bear with me here as I address this narrative out here. Y'all want a peaceful yet very prominent e-fed industry that we all are in. But guess what? Why do we have toxic individuals that definitely don't know their place in this e-fed industry? If we're all supposed to be friends, if we're all supposed to be a very collective environment here, then why are we bringing toxicity into the environment here? Because I say this right now, y'all know deep down inside, I'm very truthful. I'm very passionate in this e-fed industry. Shout out to individuals like CJ Mundo. Shout out to individuals like Austin Ace Carter. Shout out to individuals like Aaron Rage. The list goes on. Y'all know my stance on this particular subject. But what we're not going to do is have toxic individuals that want to sit here and continuously put a narrative on people that ain't them. Mind you, this is 2026 that we are in right now. And the fact of the matter is, we have a very toxic environment standard in this e-fed industry. But yet, don't nobody understands the narrative of what they do or how they do it, because everybody wants this whole, oh, you want this and you want that type of standard. But in general, how is it so ironic that we have a very environment that we stand on, but ultimately we don't see a role where everybody can be truthful. Everybody can be this very foundation that we stand on. But truth be known is that these people want to see you fail. They want to see the people around us fail. But no. Here's the thing. But let's bring my guest in at this time, Austin Reaper, to the stage. Austin, welcome to the Chaotic Church. Welcome to episode 6. Truth outweighs the negative. So
basically, what we're talking about is the toxicity that's going around the effect community.
most definitely the toxicity that's going around the e-fed community, specifically certain people that we are very gracefully seeing throughout this whole time frame, going back into 2025 and whatever the case may
Actually,
be.
with me, it started back in
Hold on.
23.
Let me finish this up right here. Going back into certain years that we've been in, these individuals have exclusively targeted us as toxic keyboard warriors, you name it, the list goes on. So
I
at
can
the end of the
verify
day,
this very
Austin,
much.
I'm gonna let you speak your truth on the chaotic church. Let it be known. Introduce yourself. Tell the people everything about you, and go from there.
All right. So I'm Austin Reaper, as everybody may know me in the effect community. But I've also went by other names as Bison Russ and Austin Ace Carter, which I am actually using Austin Ace Carter and Titan Nation Alliance as of right now.
Shout out to
But
TNA, CJ Mundo, if you're watching. We see you, brother.
but I got into EVAD back in 23.
Okay.
I personally have been witnessing the whole toxicity of, well, back when I first started in OW, aka Devin Brolski's company.
For the record, everybody, this company that we so-called are talking about has been a very toxic, drama-filled environment that I feel nobody should go visit, for one. And for two, if you are in a relationship with these people, I would suggest breaking away as soon as
Severing them
possible.
ties right now. I highly recommend it.
Exactly. And they know who they are. They know exactly where they stand. They can't keep our names out their mouth, so on and so forth. So in the long run, there are better companies that y'all can visit that will treat you treat you with respect and have and welcome you with open arms.
But with ONW, like I said, back in 23 is when I originally began actually doing EFED stuff. Then I have been getting. I'm gonna put this out there right now. I have been removed from ONW for the past 8 times
Damn,
since 23.
that's a very toxic place for them to remove you 8 times in
2
your
years.
illustrious EFED career there, and they still haven't learned their lesson.
No, they have not learned their lesson, and honestly, I don't think they will, in my personal opinion. But then again, if anybody who is in a actual romantic relationship outside of their circle, they will target you specifically. Try to get your boyfriend or girlfriend to break up with you, kick you out, everything else. That would happen behind
Since we are
closed doors
on the
that they don't
subject
need to
of
be.
this, I mean, it's a bad thing that I've heard this narrative, and if we can elaborate further on this, because CJ Mundo, shout out to you for bringing this to Austin Ace Carter. So, yeah, this is a very touchy subject that we on.
And I will say this, it's more touchy for me because it's happened to me actually.
Yeah, so in retrospect, everybody, these individuals broke up a very
Healthy relationship.
existing relationship that I say is a very bad situation for anybody to be a part of. And also, if they are listening, because I feel like a relationship should be a happy environment, if anything, let alone
Not
if
with.
you are in love and you are a happy couple, we should not allow owners to get in the way of this so-called relationship as a whole. And I feel like
Especially if it's a
also
happy romantic relationship.
exactly. And this is where I say true love comes to those that see the unity in all of this. Cause I feel like if I have true love right now and I had somebody that was in the EFED industry, I would value that relationship wholeheartedly and help keep that relationship as a united front. Because if anything, relationships come, relationships go, but true love is valued, is cherished.
Mm-hmm.
But continue on with the story, Austin.
Like, okay, so I was dating Devin's ex, Wolfina, at the time as well. I went down to Tennessee. I visited her for like a couple weeks.
Okay.
Then I told her I had to go back home because like I took 2 weeks off from my job to go and visit her.
Understandable, understandable. True love gets you to visit somebody and be an open relationship, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Even though we live like 2 states away
y'all
from each
meet,
other.
y'all have that connection, that bond, and it's a very beautiful thing. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of why everything went the way it did, Austin.
So after a couple more weeks, I decided I wanted to go back down there and visit again. Then me and her had gotten into an argument about something. I don't remember what it was though, but she had ended up basically breaking up with me and then putting me out.
Okay.
And I had a feeling that this was not random. It was planned and orchestrated by somebody else.
Understandable, understandable.
Then a couple years later, yes, I still talk to her. Once in a blue moon, I messenger her on TikTok and whatnot. See how she's been doing and everything. And you reconnect me with CJ, and he had told me that Browsy was the person behind the reason me and Wolfina had ended our relationship.
Mm. Now, that right there grinds my fucking gears to a T because how do you break up a happy home and a very loving relationship that you and her had only to be a jealous, manipulative bitch in the long run to basically do this to a man that was only seeking love is bad,
And I'll
Austin.
be honest, that's all I wanted was somebody to actually love me for who I am. No lies, but
So yeah,
anyways, things happened, and honestly, I don't forget, and I most definitely will not fucking forgive.
Exactly. And it's like this, it's things like this that you don't do if you have a happy, loving commitment like
Healthy,
this, or a healthy commitment like this.
right?
And in most cases, that was a bitch move on his part, all because he's jealous and he can't accept that
Wolfina had chose somebody
Wolfina had feelings for you.
exactly.
So in the long run,
So he
how do
was the
you
one
live with
texting her,
yourself?
calling her behind my back, everything.
This is my thing about this situation that kills me. How do you even live with yourself as a man to
Knowing you
basically
just broke
do
up.
knowing you did this in the long run? And I mean, I wish we could have CJ Mundo in the show to
But he's
further
currently
elaborate
doing.
the issue that this happened, because this has to be documented and well established to those that are in a very loving relationship in this EFED industry, because I feel like there is nobody in this EFED industry that should tarnish and break a loving relationship if you are loving doing this in the EFED industry. If you love each other, that should be where owners, friends, you name it, regardless of the matter, should be more committed to letting these two grow and test those waters, if you will, Austin.
Mm-hmm. I actually
There
agree with
is
that.
there is nothing I say is more valuable than true love at first sight. Because this right here, if you love, you have a deeper bond in this whole thing. But we
Especially
have the
within
violent
the
tape
EFED
in the
community.
building to where we can elaborate on this more. CJ Mundo, welcome to the episode 6 of the podcast. Truth outweighs the negative. So, CJ, you heard the stories. You can touch on your side of this narrative as we have you and Austin in.
And there it goes.
But okay, we lost him for a minute. We lost him for a minute, but back to what I
We
was
should be right
saying.
back.
Yeah, back to what I was saying, because this should be a very established thing here. And in most cases, we should cherish these moments with anybody that's having a loving relationship in the EFED industry.
Here's the thing about those idiots, and I'm gonna say something that Chris Jericho would say, because Chris Jericho is one of my favorites. You got someone with a stupid tie, with a stupid suit, with these stupid beliefs that he's better than anybody else, that his show is more superior than anybody's out there's, that he's pretty much the god of e-fetting, when reality is, if he says that his show is better than anybody else's out there, how come he has to go to shows that are better than him? And he literally talks behind their back, because I've known this to be a proven fact. I mean, for years, when, before, Kevin Impact and Ray Everett
Right.
doing the MPW and JTV partnership, this same individual would literally, come on their shows and hate on them. And me, I'm a typical guy that, when I see bullshit, I call it out. Like I'm just straight up truth. I just don't believe in, if somebody shows better than yours, I just don't believe you go to that show and just cause all kinds of drama and childish negativity and all that bullshit.
And while we are sitting up here and you've seen these very things firsthand in the EFED industry from these individuals, yet they continuously do it for what reason? If your show ain't getting the viewership that it needs, maybe y'all need to find
DJ,
a different narrative.
DJ, let's talk about that. In the words of Cody Rhodes, what do we want to talk about? In other words, let's talk about this topic, because this is a damn good topic, and I'm in the mood that I'm about to blow off a lot of steam, a lot of truth out that the haters come in.
Go for it, man.
Here's the reason why they do that, and back when Wolfie ran WAE, okay, and I know Austin knows what that company is. Back when this started between him.
I remember.
So basically, I was in video call, and Broski was telling me, CJ, do not go to her show. I don't want nothing to do with her show. This, that, and 40s, other reasons why. But basically all of jealousy, and I started, to pick something up that, I started to sense. I'm a kind of guy that, when I know something's wrong in the room, I just step back and be quiet and just observe the toxic surroundings in the room,
Right.
And it's kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of ironic that they want to preach on positivity, that they, want to do better. But in all reality, correct me if I'm wrong, how can you be better when you have a person that literally talked about my dead military dad in a podcast, then lied to my face about it? Let's talk about that first of all.
Then glad you brought that up, because that little narrative right there.
Let's put it in perspective, because I'm about to blow off the damn roof on Khaotic Church. Let's talk about how everything don't go their way. They love to blame me for it. It's always CJ's fault. It's always CJ's fault. But here's the thing. How is it my fault when I told the truth on JTV podcast and you guys got butthurt like hell because the truth has hit you harder than probably dicks and balls has hit you in the face? Bang, bang, shots fired. There you go,
Truth
DJ. You can have that.
Outweighs the negative. Like this episode's name is titled, Truth Outweighs the Negative. Because if y'all was really truthful in this whole ordeal, y'all wouldn't have spewed half the shit y'all spewed on y'all O&W channel and made it to be believable. But to people like us, we look at that and we see right through the lies, the bullshit, the way that y'all made everybody feel like it's their fault that y'all couldn't grow or succeed. Let's be real here. If y'all really wanted to see truth, maybe look at yourselves in the mirror and look at what y'all do on a consistent basis, and maybe your lies would outweigh what y'all believe in us. Funny thing is, we don't do shit for no apparent reason. The reason why y'all have y'all spies and y'all people snooping on our channels is because of one thing. Y'all can't seem to understand truth. Y'all can't take constructive criticism, which leads to a lot of shit that y'all can't stand.
I'm going to put this out there, though. the shit that they do is because they don't want to see us succeed.
I mean, let's talk about a topic that I'm going to bring up. Also, I started noticing in the room. When you notice the truth about them, oh boy, don't you become public enemy number one. But when they try to play this narrative of hide the game and hide the lies and don't really tell people the truth on their end, but they sure do love to tell people lies about us to make us look like the bad guys when we're pretty much telling the truth and spitting facts out more times than they spitting the truth out. And since we're talking about church, let's talk about it. If you really was going to church and straighten up and read the Bible, you'd be doing what the Bible says instead of acting like what we call what you need to really
Preach. The narrative of this whole ordeal, if y'all believe in what y'all read, then why isn't that coming out to the forefront on y'all end? Because lately, all y'all been doing is spewing lies, spewing toxicity, spewing negative bullshit on people that don't even have shit, that don't even watch y'all show, don't even listen to y'all. Y'all want to do these bullshit ass AI songs on us, but when we do it on y'all, oh boy, does it speak volumes about y'all.
I mean, speaking
y'all get so butthurt that, CJ should just release that butthurt report and y'all should just fill that bitch out.
And like I was saying earlier, Browski is the reason why me and Wolfie and I broke up in the first place. So that's not a lie either. CJ, can you elaborate on that one?
I mean, let's take it to the basics here.
Let's do that.
Let's take it to one man that we protected a certain person from that talked about her kids and still trying to cause all kinds of drama and havoc. But, to them, he's like a saint. To us, he's pretty much the walking devil.
My. And I know you are sitting up here snooping around, watching everything. Take this back to O&W and take it back with real, truthful confidence here. You are the main issue of why everything is going on over there in that EFED. You and a bunch of other individuals don't seem to know y'all place in life. Y'all sit here and tarnish legacies for what reason? But y'all are the same company that sit there with a bunch of good creators that y'all never utilize. Let's be real. My, if the shoe fits, it sure is y'all.
I just sent you something that I want you to pull up here that's in the picture that you got to add to stage. This is actual proof of him coming in with a fake account. And he knows who he is because I'm going to pretty much show the truth here as soon as DJ pulls this up.
All right. Drop the picture to me in the message so I could.
You could do it on the computer. The only thing you got to do is go like you're adding somebody. It should say add the stage.
All right, let me because it hasn't came up yet.
But like I was saying earlier, Devin shouldn't have gotten between me and Wolfina's business. Honest to God.
Like, there's
See,
things
I'm telling the truth.
Because there's things that y'all should never get in the middle of. If y'all have a real friendship and y'all value what this person is doing, y'all shouldn't be toxic behind the scenes to break up a relationship like that. There's a reason why some people in this e-fed industry can't seem to understand or get along because of the way that y'all are. Y'all leech on to people that are successful, but y'all don't want to see that same success for yourselves because in the long run, y'all want to break that very foundation of what they do. And there's your problem right there, Owen W. Dixie, Devin, Iceman, Vec. Y'all like to break up successful people. And that very same success, y'all can never build yourselves up to do. And it's kind of ironic, CJ. Where's that same success for these same individuals we talk about now? Nowhere to be found. You can't even get a successful viewer on your channel for the life of y'all.
That's
DJ,
kind of
check
messed
out
up, though.
And it blows my mind to see things of this perspective come to light like this. But it's so obvious that they want to do this in a way where now how do I put this on display?
You got to go to the present on the bottom, like you're adding somebody, and it should say image file. You got to download it first.
Yeah, I did. Well, I don't see that yet, but I'll put that picture on the YouTube channel after this goes off because it's only fitting that people see the truth unfold because I'll say this. There should be no reason why a man like him should be lurking around channels, especially successful channels, trying to tarnish our legacy. You feel me, CJ?
What he's trying to do is be a good little lap bitch for Dixie and Devin and feed them back
You
information.
put the single nail on the coffin.
You know, the
And
funniest thing, Austin, you just brought up a good thing. That's exactly what that individual would call me. Oh, you're CJ's lapdog. But yeah, you know, the funniest thing is about you, Feck, I'm not afraid to call your bitch ass out. Because at least I'm not afraid to tell the truth once in my lifetime. At least I'm not being a fake ass individual that has to be a toxic cancer leech in the call community. Which, by the way, this is the reason why that most of the feds you got kicked out of is because they found out the truth and they didn't want your bitch ass around no more. In the words of Seth Rollins to Matt Riddle, they didn't want your bitch ass around no more.
And it's funny. It's funny that we mentioned that, Austin, which brings me to the narrative of this. Dixie, you try so desperately to say that we are toxic, we are keyboard warriors, but you can't accept the truth, bitch. And somehow, some way, truth always comes back to you. But when it comes back to you, you don't want to admit your wrongdoings on what you did to everybody. Funny thing is,
Like I
as we
exposed her the other day.
view the infamous line, CJ Mundo, if you will,
Go ahead.
If we could cue that infamous line there, CJ Mundo, one time for the podcast, where the bitch will never see this narrative because she's always.
Actually, DJ, I'll let you do that famous thing.
Well. If it ain't the bitch, Funny thing is to this narrative is this. You sit here and you have so much hatred in your blood, Dixie, that you can't even see the truth that we've unveiled to the table here. You single-handedly have abused your power in more ways than one. But as we see, we have another guest coming into the building, aka we have a king in the building. King Dominator has entered.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
So here we have the subject here that truth outweighs the negative here, and in this particular episode here, KD, we're elaborating our truths about a certain company, no matter what topic we have here. As Austin just alluded to his topic of a certain Devin Broski tarnishing a relationship with Wolfina and him.
I mean, I have a relationship with her too. I mean, I dated her for 2 months.
Just elaborate on what you feel, man.
5 years of knowing, more than 5 years, almost 5 years of knowing her. So I know a lot about Mary more than anything. I'm just being honest. And the history behind Brofsky's scenario, because, yeah, been the backbone to her since day one.
Now, this is why. Sir.
Whether it's Wolfina, Wolfie, either way. Oh.
This is why ONW will never see the bright side of Ethan because their
DJ,
show.
what was that? DJ, what was that song again? You gotta rewind it for KD.
Okay. Let's dive back a little bit here. Bitch.
Oh, that thing that CJ did.
So you will forever be in the predicament you're in, Dixie, Devin, Iceman, Feck, because you don't want to see the light that y'all ruined. Y'all have ruined friendships with us that will never be amended until y'all admit y'all truth in front of the world. There's a reason why everything comes to light. Because y'all light is dead, tarnished, forever stained. Because y'all don't want to admit when y'all wrong. Y'all ruin creativity. Y'all ruin friendships. Y'all ruin e-feds that were built on their own backbone. Let's not even get me started on the Ricky Armstrong, shout out to you, sir, and what y'all did to AHW internally.
It's not AHW, DJ. It's APW.
AHW internally. Let's not even sit up here and...
Because they left that company due to those who got what they wanted.
But then again, they like to make it like it was about always about, it has to be all about the Brawlskis. in every e-fed company, especially in their own.
Funny thing about this is this. Are y'all just pretending? Because I'm
Then
starting to
again,
realize a pattern here. Everybody
I've noticed
that
a pattern for the past 2 years.
here's the thing about this that I've realized and I've noticed. Every e-fed that y'all went into, y'all basically crumbled it from the inside out. Y'all got in owners' ears and made them feel like, oh, if it's not about the Browskies, then we don't want no parts of it. Unfortunately, y'all have ruined a lot of e-feds because of y'all jealousy, because of y'all envy, because of the way that y'all operate y'all calls. If it's not about y'all, other creators can't eat, other creators can't succeed. Is this what we do in 2026? Devin and Dixie Broski?
I mean, CJ, you can elaborate on what happened to me. They ended up removing me over some bullshit back in 24.
Here's my thing that I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all really want to know the truth on why I did what I did? Let me elaborate on this real quick, CJ, for 1 second. It was
Go ahead.
a time where I would have trusted y'all and helped y'all with anything. But unfortunately, the reason why I left y'all, it wasn't because of what y'all think it is. I left because Aaron Rage brought me into a chat that had Katie, that had CJ, that had everybody over there that y'all didn't want to have in general. But unfortunately for me, the moment I got over there was the moment I felt freedom and I felt my creativity can be seen, because I had to admit, honestly, everything that y'all said about CJ behind his back was going to eventually come to light. And everything came to light because guess what? I wasn't feeding into y'all bullshit. Y'all wanted me to be a kiss ass individual to y'all. For one, y'all not my dad. Y'all not my mom. Y'all supposed to be friends. Friends that had an understanding. Friends that knew their place in life. But unfortunately, y'all wanted me to be a kiss ass individual to y'all when evidently y'all didn't want me to be successful and be real because y'all wanted to tarnish my company. At the end of the day, I don't kiss ass to nobody. I lead by example. I don't follow like y'all.
And I just led the way.
And at the end of the day, Austin, I talked with him on the day that y'all tried to get that man into a call. And for one thing is for certain, why would y'all want to have a man come into a call and he's at work? Whatever
Especially when I'm in
happened
the
to
middle of dropping product at work.
whatever happened to keep, if a man is at work, y'all talk to him after he gets off of work. Y'all were so persistent that day to get Austin in the call, to do this and do that. Y'all was literally trying to get this man while he was at work. Y'all couldn't wait till that man was off work,
Or wait until I got home till
or wait
after
until he
work.
got home from work. Y'all persistently pursued this man and wonder why when he messaged me, the situation of he'll talk to me only. Y'all pretty much built that whole narrative, and y'all used me to get to him But unfortunately for me, I knew evidently I was going to be y'all next victim to get rid of because y'all don't value real creators. Y'all don't
And the
value.
thing is about that though, DJ, is when they had Iceman on the phone with you, I had muted my mic for a reason. I knew
Oh,
they
I
were going
know.
to try to do something like that. I
Oh,
fucking
I
knew
know.
it.
And then I said this to myself. I played my role as a whole to basically say this. Y'all don't sit there, y'all don't value anything real. Let's just put that on the forefront right now. And I know everybody in this podcast can vouch and agree that they don't value anything real. They don't even
Exactly.
value a real friendship if it landed on their front doorstep.
Or hell, if it hit
Y'all
them,
all have track
or if it
records,
slapped them in the face.
like y'all all have track records that speak for itself about the abusive, toxic environment that y'all laid in front of everybody. And that
But
same
another
toxic
thing is though,
environment, y'all think O&W is the see all be all of the E-Fed industry when it really ain't. There's 4 to 5 shows that are better than y'all's, and y'all can't even touch them with a silver spoon.
nope. But I'm gonna say this real quick, right here, right now. Just because Dixie is the owner's woman doesn't mean she has significant power over every fucking decision that happens in O&W.
Because
I was trying to
unfortunately for
say that to Devin before I was removed from every fucking chat for O&W.
because here's my thing in general that speaks volumes when it comes down to this narrative. We all have our lives, we have our truths, we have our beliefs, we stand on business when it comes down to everything we do in this E-Fed industry. But most importantly, we've all bonded because we have lives that we know outside of this E-Fed industry. Whether it be we talk about wrestling, whether it be we talk about sports, whether it be things that we go through on our everyday basis, we're there for each other. Unlike them, they say they're there for each other, but why every second we hear something always happening in O&W?
But
There's
then
a
again,
reason for everything. And the moral of the story of this is value what you have with real creators outside of valuing what you have with the people that burn bridges and spew lies.
and honestly, to every EFED, every other EFED owner slash call creator that's in the EFED community, watch your backs around Devin Brolsky and Dixie Brolsky and Iceman and Feck. They will cold-heartedly stab you in the back without regretting it. And then they will also
The
throw you
God's
underneath
honest
the
truth
bus.
on the church. And KD and TJ will vouch that whole quote Austin just said 110%.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right here, right now. As many times as I have been removed from O&W in 2 years, since 23. That has been the main source of why I was removed. Then back in during Christmas time in 24, Alicia and Feck were the main reasons why I got removed again.
See? You see a
Then
pattern,
this
ladies and
time,
gentlemen, that we are getting at here? You see the narrative that these toxic individuals stand on? They don't want to see real creators be successful in their own e-fed, let alone you give them an inch, they don't even throw you a mile. They'll put you in unfair advantages, and then they'll lower down your rating because they don't see you as a viable piece to their grand scheme.
I mean, here's a topic that I'm gonna get under. I've been listening to you guys. I really think personally, behind this whole agenda of OEW, long as you kiss their ass, you're basically their golden boy. But as soon as you quit kissing their ass, you become the problem boy. I mean, KD can even speak the truth as Austin, DJ, and myself.
It comes down to the narrative of like this particular episode name is Truth Outweighs Toxicity. And truth, if you're truthful, great things come to those that say that lead by example. And we all lead by example here, CJ. There's no cutting corners from us. There's no excuses. There's no lies being detected from any of us. But you want to know where lies are detected? O&W. The home of lies.
I mean,
the
DJ,
home of backstabbing. The home of manipulation.
Here's the thing. If you want a true backstory of how OEW went toxicity, pass my mic over to KD, and KD can give you the whole church.
Elaborate, sir.
I mean, to be fair, like, I've been part of that company. My debut was back in June of 2020, so almost 6 years I've been doing that bullshit. But besides that, I feel like they'd be, as in I meant Tim, probably thought subscribers or something like that to get that many subs, because I highly doubt you get that many subs that fast. It took me a while to get how much subs I have on my end, so like that's the thing though. On my channel, this different from his because I don't think about subs or likes or whatever. I just do it for the fun of it. He, on the other hand, just so desperately needs subscribers or likes or whatever the case it is, because he doesn't. I think without those, he's pretty much nothing. Nobody knows the name. All right, let's be honest. He's more of a bitch. If we're being honest.
Oh,
so.
But also, what OW also likes to do is take perspectives out of proportion and not do an actual investigation on certain claims, certain things that happen through two talk creators outside of OW. I'll give y'all an example. I'll give y'all an example real quick. Me and Alicia, we used to be like really good friends and whatnot. Then this whole, she claimed I was trying to be romantically involved with her. Like, bitch, what? When did I ever try to fucking do that shit? And CJ can, and I'll say this, CJ can, y'all can ask CJ. I went to him and I told him about this shit. And I'll say this, I was fucking furious about it. To the point to where the veins in my neck and my arm were freaking popped out.
See,
here's the thing that I want to say on this end. You know, when I was in OEW, they would tell me, like, every time KD would pretty much do his talk show, okay, like I think it's the Golden Standard, if I got that right, KD. I think that's what it was, because I think KD's now on 7 seasons, I think 7 seasons or episodes or something like that. Broski got mad at the point that KD pretty much exposed the truth, and he's like, I don't want to hear that girlfriend stealer, this, that, and a third. He said, if you guys want to stay in OEW, go to that channel now and report it. I'm like,
you see a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen?
Here's the thing about this. Here's the truth about this. Me, I didn't report KD because I didn't want to be involved in this shit, because I was listening to KD and Nixon and Ryan, and they was telling me, CJ, you need to get out of there. It's getting toxic. It's getting toxic.
So you're telling me that motherfucker was reporting my sticker the whole time?
Pretty much.
You hear the narrative, ladies and gentlemen, that we have here on the forefront? They want us to report channels that spew truth about their bullshit. Let that
about
sink
their
in
narrative,
for 2 seconds.
about how power hungry they are.
Let that sink in. But if we go to their channel, look at how many lies they told on creators like myself, like Austin, like TJ, like KD, like Ryan, to the point where their lies is truth to them, but to others, it's nothing but a fairy tale scenario that they don't even want to admit when they're fucking wrong.
Because they got nothing better to fucking do besides try to stir up drama, try to cause trouble, and basically just find out what they can about successful
They want to twist our words to their advantage because they don't want to listen to the truth that comes out of real leadership mouth like us. But
For example, CJ. CJ has been doing his own thing ever since he left OW. And if I'm correct, that was like what? Early in 25? If I'm not mistaken?
And if I'm not mistaken, I wish I would have grabbed that screenshot of CJ's line that he said that he's going to be gone for 14 days and he just wanted to do his thing and relax the narrative.
About that topic. I basically told him, because their rule in OEW, you got to give them 2 weeks. Because they have a 2 weeks non-active clause. So if you're not, active in 2 weeks, they can get rid of you. So I told him, I said, look, my dad passed away, which was true. He passed away. U.S. Marine passed away, okay?
Right.
So I went up and told Devin Broski and Dixie, look, I'm going to need 2 weeks. Because I'm not really in the EFED mood because I lost my dad. What do? It's kind of like a slap in the face. In a way, they disrespect my dead military father by saying, oh, CJ's talking to them apparently, or this, that, and the third. Let's get rid of him. He's toxic. Yada yada yada.
And it's funny that you bring that narrative up because if I remember correctly myself, I hopped into a call with Dixie Browski where she said the narrative of, oh, I'm tired of CJ Mundo's bullshit, this, that, and the third. He's spewing toxicity out about everybody I know, this, that, and whatever. I need you to stay away from him,
The
unsubscribe to
funniest
his
thing is about
channel, so on and so forth.
Dixie, the only reason why she's saying that I'm toxic is because she's trying to hide the truth, and she can't do it now because everybody sees through the bullshit. And sorry, Dixie, I'm not going to kiss your ass. If I'm on another EFED show, I'm going to continue being that CM Punk putting mic bombs, and there's nothing that you, Broski, or any ONW member can do about it. So you, in the words of Paul Heyman, all you haters can suck my fucking dick.
Mic drop on that note because this is where we're about to close this down like this, fellas. ONW, keep believing your toxic narrative environment that y'all stand on. Because while we're over here leading by example, getting creators that can be successful, and we're building partnerships over here, what partnerships are y'all building in ONW that ultimately is leading to y'all success? Let that sink in and marinate for 1 minute while we let the three individuals close out on words.
Here, let me try.
I'm going to go first. Final hour, like you say of, this is my final words. Keep your toxic shit away from us. Keep your feck, or little pecker fecker away from us. Because we don't need none of you all. It seems like you need us and we don't need you, which now I see the bullshit in the room. Now you guys are being toxic because you know that you can get us back and it's hurting you. You shouldn't have burned bridges that you should have never burned, and maybe you could have actually had all of us on your show, but no, you burned a bridge and now you're trying to cross that bridge. But wait, you're forgetting one thing. You burn a bridge like a bunch of dumbasses. And that's the only thing I got to say. Somebody can have the mic.
Yeah, I got some stuff to say. They burned that shit a long time ago. For me, a long time ago. So I have nothing better to say. It's just like, there's no point of repeating myself about these fools. Like, they're just gonna do the same old drama causes as they always do. I mean, hell, they brought in fucking Feck to stalk us, or whatever. It proves right there. And it comes in my fucking stream that one time, fucking saying, you suck. Bro, you swallow. How about that? You damn weirdo. Coming over my damn stream like that. Who do you think you are? Like, fucking Canadians always got something to say about Americans, huh? Shit. He's making Canadians look bad. That's crazy. He's making Canadians look bad. And I have respect for some Canadians. Canadians are actually, respectful enough, like dicks, like Feck. So, I mean, what else is there to prove? What else can I say? Nothing really much. So I'm gonna say on that part. So they can continue to hate all they want, but at the end of the day, I keep doing my thing and focus on the positivity for 2026.
But before we close, this whole narrative out, I got something I want to play just for their asses.
Austin, don't tell me you're sleeping, Snorflake.
Like, Austin, if you have any last words to say.
I think he's snoreflake.
Sorry to say, but I don't snore. I probably do don't know. I'm not going to put that, but yeah.
Like,
He's snoreflaking. Wonder who else does that. Not going to say the name. I'll let somebody pick off on that subject.
He's a D and a B. A dick bitch. He's a dick and a bitch. So it makes sense. Devin Brolsky stands for DB, right? Dick, he's a dick, but also a bitch. He's a dick.
Now, fellas, we're going to end it on this note. And
I did enjoy it, though. I did saw some of it. But I'm calling it night for myself because I'm probably tired as hell because it's about to be 3 o'clock soon. So, yeah.
we really are at that point right now, fellas, where the ball's in their court now. Either y'all gonna come out and say truth about what y'all mean, or face the narrative that y'all will forever be the toxic individuals y'all are.
DJ,
And y'all can't say we said we lied, this, that, and the third, because our truth told way more than your lie.
DJ, I got a Chris Jericho thing if I can say it, and we can end the show.
Go for it.
And if you don't like it, and if you don't like that truth, you know what you can do? Drink it all in, man.
Because y'all are all the ass clowns. And we'll see y'all in the next episode.